Good evening, everyone. Welcome to my channel, Bhavya Astro. As you all know, I've been focusing on doing the series of astrovastu so that the common man and most of my subscribers who aren't aware of what astrology is, what vastu is, could have an exposure, could be able to make their own charts, analyze, and yes, if you get stuck somewhere, I'm there to help you out. A very important topic in astrovastu, which I thought of covering being a mother and telling you what exactly is the importance of astrovastu where your child is concerned. Now, say for example, I get a lot of parents complaining that no matter what their child studies, you know, tries to retain, it's not happening for some specific reason. Now, again, I say you need to make your chart, make your child's chart, and check what is the dasha your child is going on. Okay. Avoid a very, very basic thing that your child should study in the northeast direction, facing the east direction, to what gain or else retain whatever they are studying. Now, even in terms of any kind of a competition or else anything in which they need to perform, most of the time I see children putting in a lot of effort, but they're not getting any kind of results. Okay. I'll cover the practical part first, after which I'll be doing the spiritual remedies for all aspects, whether finances, whether education, whether marriage. I'll be doing all of those. As we all know, the fourth house, the fifth house, the 11th house, even the first house plays a very important role in terms of education or else overall well being. So make sure wherever you're doing the study for the child, wherever you are designing the study, place the study in the 11th house zone again for gains, okay? So that whatever your child does in terms of academics or whatever, the child may get success. All books, all study material, maybe your child's room itself could be in that specific zone. It could be any zone. It could be the northwest, it could be the west of northwest, it could be the northwest, whichever is coming in. It could be a fourth house direction, it could be the fifth house direction, it could be the 11th house direction. If it's higher studies, catch the ninth house direction. Okay. So, say if you've got a three number coming in the ninth house direction, like a Libra ascendant three number in the ninth house direction, and your child is going for higher studies, and somehow your child is sitting in the north direction, which is amazing. Sorry, cut the crap. You can just go ahead and shift your child to the ninth house direction. What would happen if your child is in the north? Whatever the child would learn would go down the drain. It would be of no use. Child would not be able to retain it because for a Libra ascendant, the north direction comes in the 12th house of the chart, which is only for investments, and the returns are like difficult. The same way you place your child study in the northwestern zone and you will see miracles taking place. We're not talking about any magic. I don't believe in magic. I believe in miracle because it stays for a longer time and it gives much more happiness when you actually experience a miracle. Talking about any kind of a dasha running in which the 8th house and the 12th house is operational. I will be covering remedies if your 8th and the 12th house is operational exactly in the next video, which I'm doing maybe within a day or two. Whenever you have a dasha running for the 8th house and the 12th house, you will see issues coming up with your child's education. Say you don't have a 8th house operational, but you have a 12th house operational in that specific dasha. Now, what's happening? It's only your child is doing an investment. It's just like you're doing an investment in something. You're investing your funds in something, and you're just waiting for returns to come, waiting and waiting. The same thing happens if you have a 12th house operational in any of the dashas when your child is, completing, doing his academics. What will happen? There will be only investment of time, energy, effort, of everything. But in terms of returns, there will be hardly any returns, which would lead to disappointments and a lot of dissatisfactions. Whenever your 12th house is active, a very, very simple thing what you require to do. Choose an ID board, choose correspondence, choose something which is not in the hometown. Choose a good boarding for your child. Yes, it is something very weird that I am suggesting this to you, but yes, it is good for the well being of your child. Until and unless you understand every child is different, every chart is different, you will not be able to help your child out. Firstly, cling on to the directions which are good. If your child has a dasha which is difficult, try and avoid using the 12th house directions. Try and avoid putting him in a school which is just next door. Keep him a little far. Isolate your child much. Go for more of correspondence. Go for more of something in which he needs to travel to a different place. Once you do that, you will see changes in your child's academics, and extremely important. Make sure that wherever you are putting your child, wherever you are trying to put your child in terms of education, your child is running through a very, very good cartography line, an astrocartography line. Say your child has a beautiful Jupiter on his chart, exalted Jupiter. Most of you have shown the chart to an expert who has said, "Wow, the Jupiter is excellent. Mercury is placed well." But unfortunately, if your child is staying on a squaring line for Jupiter on his ascendant, on his fifth house, on his 11th house, his ninth house, or say Jupiter or Mercury is giving oppositions to any of these houses, and by default your child is in that specific zone studying, on that specific line studying, trust me, the same Jupiter will be extremely bad for your child. I hope you understood these specific things about your child. If not, yes, you can get in touch with us to do a complete report in terms of astrocartography, astronumerology, astrovastu, or a spiritual guidance. And do keep watching. Stay tuned. God bless you. In my next video, I will be covering very small but important things, how to go ahead and deactivate your 8th house of disaster, as people call it, though it's the blessed house on the chart, and how to deactivate your 12th house, which is investments, loss, and hospitals and isolation. So stay tuned. God bless you.